Victor Wembanyama has truly earned his nickname, the Alien, so it's only appropriate that Wemby would lean fully into that name with a visit to NASA in Houston.
While other NBA stars are chilling at tropical resorts or working on their jump shots, Victor Wembanyama just pulled off something absolutely unreal. The 7'4" phenom didn't just travel, he went out of this world, literally. He toured NASA's legendary Mission Control, rode around in a real lunar rover, and even made a live call to the International Space Station. No other NBA player has ever done anything close to that. But while he's exploring space, his critics back on Earth are losing their minds over his so-called sophomore slump. The internet's going nuclear, calling him overrated and distracted, but wait till you hear the full story. This wasn't some random celebrity tour for the cameras. NASA rolled out the red carpet for him, like full VIP treatment. They even let him sign the hatch like he was one of the astronauts. The photos are wild. Wemby towering over NASA's high-tech equipment, sitting inside spacecraft mock-ups that look like dollhouses next to him, and that call to the ISS? Straight up historic. NASA's official account even captioned it, "No simulations needed, just stellar vibes." You can tell they were absolutely starstruck by basketball's alien.
I didn't even open that up.
No, let's listen to the announcement.
The 2024 Rookie of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs.
And here's what makes it even crazier. Wemby's not faking the space obsession. The guy's been into this stuff for real. When he won Rookie of the Year back in 2024, he celebrated not in Vegas, not in Miami, but at the Kobe Planetarium. Who does that? A legit space geek trapped in a 7'4" superstar's body, that's who. But while Wemby was literally touching the stars, critics back home couldn't wait to drag him down. They said his second season's been disappointing, claiming he's regressed instead of improved. The hate's been nonstop, and honestly, it's wild to see how fast they turned on him. If you're loving these wild NBA stories, make sure to subscribe for more. You won't believe what's coming next. Man, the takes got spicy fast. In his sophomore debut, Wemby went cold, just 5 for 18 from the field and 1 for 8 from 3. Fans were shocked. That's not the kind of performance anyone expected from the guy being called the future of basketball. Even NBA vets started chiming in. And when Draymond Green decides to drop advice on you, you know the whole league's watching your every move. Draymond tried to explain Wemby's sophomore slump, saying it's just part of the learning curve, but not everyone was that kind. The harshest words came from where no one expected, an anonymous NBA scout who absolutely torched Victor in private reports. These scouts are known for being brutally honest, but this one didn't hold back at all. Fans and analysts joined in too, calling out Wemby's shot selection and decision-making. For someone hyped as a once-in-a-generation player, having people question your basketball IQ is rough. Suddenly, the same people who praised him for changing the game were saying he's overhyped. The criticism grew louder every week. It felt like the entire basketball world was turning on him overnight. Then came the wildest twist. Some fans actually started asking if Wemby might end up being a bust, just because of his thin frame and how similar players with his build often get hurt. And then, it happened. The fear became real. Before he could even return after the All-Star break, Wembanyama was diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in his left shoulder. The team had no choice but to shut him down for the rest of the 2024 to 2025 season. The critics who doubted Wemby's durability suddenly looked like fortune tellers. This is exactly what they warned about, a player that tall breaking down too early in his career. The timing couldn't have been worse for his reputation, but here's where the story takes a wild twist. Instead of hiding from the noise, instead of sulking in rehab, Victor Wembanyama decided to do something no one could have predicted. He literally aimed for the stars. Wemby didn't just earn his nickname the Alien, he became it. Over just 2 seasons, he's proven that he's wired completely different from anyone else in the league. While other players would be grinding in the gym trying to prove doubters wrong, Wemby basically said, "You think I'm an alien? Fine, I'm going to NASA." And that's exactly what he did. Genius move. He didn't run from the criticism, he turned it into a statement. During his visit, he didn't just smile for photos, he immersed himself in NASA's world, exploring the vehicle mock-up facility, learning from engineers, and hanging around Mission Control like he belonged there. This wasn't some empty PR stunt, he was geeking out like a true space nerd. And the message behind it? Powerful. While everyone else was stuck debating his stats and injuries, Wemby was showing the world that his vision goes way beyond basketball. He's thinking on a cosmic level, and that's confidence you can't teach. Instead of letting injuries or criticism define him, he turned the narrative into one of the coolest storylines in NBA history.
I never thought he was a great defensive player either. See, what it is there's not a lot of centers that are making him play defense. Like, he's not doing it against Joker because he has to be engaged. But when he's going against another guy, he's 7'6". Of course, if you lay it up, he's going to block it. But defense to me is guard that, shut him down. You want to impress me? Hold Joker under 15 points. Now you're playing all that weak side blocking shot. That's cool, but it ain't gonna work against guys like me and Joker and Embiid. What he's talking about with Bam plays people. He plays the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. So I would give it to him too. But rookie of the year, who you got rookie of the year? Shet's team is winning.
So that's the.
But Victor Wembanyama
is doing things that haven't been done since you.
That's what I'm saying. So
10-3.
Who you give it to?
And get this, even his old teammates couldn't resist throwing shade. Reports came out that Wemby would skip Eurobasket 2025 due to the blood clot issue. And right after France got bounced without him, one of his former Spurs teammates roasted him online. But Wemby's clapback was pure gold. He said, "I'll be exploring space while you're worried about Eurobasket." That's icy confidence right there. This dude's not just rewriting the rule book, he's living on another planet. And if you want more wild NBA stories like this, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next twist. This NASA trip isn't just a cool off-season flex. It's a full-blown statement. It shows that Victor Wembanyama refuses to let anyone define what he should be or how he should act. While critics keep saying he needs to focus more on basketball, Wemby's out here proving that greatness doesn't mean being one-dimensional. You can chase championships and chase the stars at the same time. And here's what makes it even more real. This isn't some PR stunt cooked up by his agent. Wemby's always been into space. The dude literally celebrated his Rookie of the Year award at a planetarium. That's not marketing, that's passion. He's a space geek with a jump shot from another galaxy. It's who he really is, a one-of-a-kind human who just happens to dominate on the court. You've got to respect the mental toughness here. Imagine facing the first real wave of criticism in your career, dealing with a legit injury, and instead of spiraling, you double down on your true interests. That takes confidence and self-awareness most athletes never find. While others were telling him to lay low, he was out exploring spacecraft. And then something crazy happened. The same critics who trashed him started changing their tune. Suddenly, even the loudest haters had to admit it. This was actually awesome. Like, how do you bash a guy for visiting NASA? How do you call someone a bust when literal rocket scientists are calling him a VIP? That's next level respect. Even analysts who once questioned his shot selection had to confess they'd never seen anything like this from an NBA player. The whole narrative flipped from he's struggling to he's the most fascinating athlete in the league. And here's the real genius. Wemby's not just surviving criticism, he's building a brand that's bigger than basketball. While others are just hoopers, he's becoming a global icon.
It's a unicorn. It's a rare air that he's in.
Not only is it a unicorn, but you also get to a certain height where it becomes a disservice in this league.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, there's nothing he can do about being 7'5", but I'm not sure 7'5" suits you better than being 7'1".
Right.
Or like being 7 feet. With the skill set that everyone loves about this kid, being 7'5" almost hurts that. Because once you get to this level, you're going to run up against guys who's way stronger, that moves as fast or faster, and they play way lower to the ground.
Right.
And as you know, low man wins.
Someone whose image will be remembered long after people forget a rough shooting night in November. They even compared his so-called slump to LeBron's second-year dip, where his points dropped to 22.7 per game, which is still elite. That's the wild part. When legends have a bad season, it's still better than most players' best years. Wemby's story isn't about stats. It's about standing tall through chaos and proving he's truly not from this planet. If you're into stories about players breaking the mold, make sure to subscribe. This journey's just getting started. The LeBron comparison hits deep because it proves even the greatest face storms of criticism and doubt. But let's be honest, how many of them responded by visiting NASA? That's the ultimate power move. While people online are roasting his basketball IQ, Wemby's literally chilling with rocket scientists. While analysts say he's not focused, he's out here showing curiosity that reaches beyond Earth itself. That's not distraction, that's vision. The photos and clips from that visit, instant classics. Picture this. Someone tries to roast you on social media and you clap back with photos of yourself sitting in NASA's mission control surrounded by engineers. That's not just winning the argument. That's ending it permanently. Game over. And NASA wasn't just being polite, they were ecstatic to have him there. You could see it in every shot. The biggest brains in science grinning next to the NBA's most unique superstar. When literal rocket scientists are hyped to meet you, suddenly the critics talking about your jump shot don't seem all that important anymore. This visit could change everything for Wemby's career. It's setting him up for something no NBA players ever truly achieved. Real crossover appeal beyond sports. He's not just creating a basketball legacy, he's building a cultural one. This move positions him as more than an athlete. He's an inspiration to anyone dreaming big in any field. Imagine the partnerships that could come from this. Educational programs, space-related collaborations, kids inspired to chase science and sports at the same time. That's impact on a generational level. While other players are stuck thinking only about rings and stat lines, Wemby's breaking the mold and expanding his universe. And the craziest part, this whole evolution came from what looked like bad news, his injury. Instead of letting it break him, it gave him time to explore who he really is and show the world that greatness isn't limited to the court. Now the stage is set for something special. When Wemby comes back next season, he won't just be the kid who struggled early in year 2. He'll be the guy who went to NASA, defied expectations, and proved that true greatness means daring to dream beyond limits. With time to recover from that deep vein thrombosis, Victor Wembanyama is about to come back stronger and with a completely new mindset. The same critics who questioned his focus and mental toughness are about to learn what happens when you doubt a guy who literally reaches for the stars. His return isn't just about basketball, it's about redemption on a cosmic level. Years from now, when people look back at Wemby's career, this NASA visit will stand as one of the defining moments. Not because of what he did there, but because of what it symbolized. It was a young superstar saying loud and clear, "You can't box me in." While the world was obsessing over shooting percentages and sophomore slumps, Wemby was out there exploring the universe. That's not arrogance, that's vision. This trip was never just about cool photos or headlines. It was about rewriting what an athlete can be. Wemby's not following the usual script, he's flipping it. He dreams bigger, works differently, and refuses to be chained by what the basketball world expects.
And they absolutely rejected that. They said NBA teams are absolutely calling them, encouraging them to consider the possibility of shutting him down in order to, prevent the possibility of getting injured. But he is not going to do that. They said Victor is not that kind of player. He's a competitor. He wants to get better. He wants to take his team to the playoffs.
While other players were sweating through off-season drills, Wemby was crafting something deeper, a legacy. Think about that for a second. While others practiced their jumpers, he was building bridges between sports, science, and inspiration. While critics tried to question his priorities, he was proving that true greatness isn't just about stats or trophies. It's about curiosity, courage, and the guts to be different. This NASA visit wasn't a distraction, it was a declaration, a message to the world that Victor Wembanyama isn't just the future of basketball. He's redefining what it means to be a global icon. The alien has officially landed, and he's taking the entire game to places we've never imagined before. So, what do you think? Was this a genius move, or should he have been in the gym? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more NBA stories that are truly out of this world.